welcome back to a brand new video, and today I am ranking every NFL team on how I think they will do next year. Now, a few things before I start. One, if you're a fan going, that's my fan, it is hot in this room. Second, I will do the into another game at some point
Shopping
this
for your
week,
next car?
but
What about a sunroof?
shut up. Anyway, I will finish the hoop video. Just give me a week. I'm gonna do a four-part series on this. We're gonna do 8 per day. Well, yeah, 8 per day. I'm gonna do the hoop video at again some point this week. Yeah, that's all out the way. Let's begin with the San Francisco 49ers. Hold on, let me get my chair the right way. Okay, so San Francisco. What do they have? What do they have? What don't they have? Off top, you lose. Y'all lose terribly, 6-41 against the Seahawks. Now, did I expect them to win? No, not really. But I feel like Nick Bosa should come back. Fred Warner should come back. George Kittle should come back. Mike Evans is a new addition. Brandon Ayuk, he's a whole situation. They're in a conference with the Rams, the Seahawks, the Cardinals. Wait, yeah, the Cardinals. So, do I think they'll win their division? Not at all. The Rams just got Myles Garrett, McDuffie. The Seahawks, they did lose some key pieces, but I still think that defense, from top to bottom, is a top two unit of all football. So I feel like they're gonna still be at bare minimum second place. But San Fran, I'm gonna say missing the playoffs. Well, hold on now. Depending on for right now, I'm gonna say missing the playoffs because again, they're not they're not the best team in their own division, but in the NFC we got the Panthers, the Panthers, and the whole NFC South. That's a toss up. Um, some teams like the Vikings could be like one win away from beating them in like playoff contention rankings. So I don't really know how they're gonna maneuver around that, especially again with Ayuk being a situation. Their players not staying healthy. Like Brock Purdy missed time, McCaffrey missed time, Warner missed time, Bosa missed time. Mike Evans, the new receiver, he missed time this year in Tampa Bay. So injuries is a plague that will just wash over them. They did just re-sign Trent Williams.
Shopping for your next
He's
car?
gonna be
What about third row seats?
shut up. He's gonna still be at bare minimum, I believe. But still, injuries are gonna really just be in the driver's seat their whole season. So I think right for right now, their best bet is missing the playoffs by like a game or so. Next are the Baltimore Ravens, which I'm gonna say playoff team because you just get Jesse Winter, who is a defensive coach, just like John Harbaugh, but again, like the 49ers. Lamar Jackson, he missed time. They were not abysmal, but they weren't great without Lamar Jackson. When he came back, they went 6-7. They were a kick away from the playoffs. So Lamar, you're older. Henry, you're older. Flowers, you're older. So on and so forth. Roquan Smith, still a top backer. Um, safety. Kyle Hamilton, I'm some water. Hold on. Hold on. Better. Cal Hamilton, great safety. Um, I just feel like I can't put them in contention for the bowl simply because this is a brand new coach, and I don't unless it's a great coach going to a great team, I won't say contenders because I still feel like you need that 1 year of just okay learning this new system, ups, downs, all that. So I think that next season, depending on how this new season goes, I can change it during the season. But with the new coach right now, I'm gonna say playoff team because again they were a kick away. New coach, less injuries. Yeah, basically. Now we have the Indianapolis Colts. Uh, mid, mediocre at best because you lose Daniel Jones. When he was there, you went 8-5. You get Philip Rivers. He was something. Um, yeah. Daniel Jones, I believe it was his ACL or his leg. That's a major injury that quarterbacks come from often. You know, Brady came off it, was great. Pat got it this season. He's looking decent enough again. As long as we can get Danny Dimes back in the Colts facility, they're gonna be a good team. You have Taylor, you have Quentin Nelson, you have Sauce Gardner. You just released Kelly Moore. I just don't feel like you have a lot of guys. You have Tyler Warren, who's a great tight end. But again, I just don't feel like they have the something that most NFL teams have to win games. Or I just don't feel it in my spirit. I just don't feel it. Now we have the Philadelphia Eagles, and I'm gonna say, oh man, I'm gonna have them in playoff teams because this is your again brand new coach. This their new OC. I forgot his name, but again, new OC. Again, I don't want to give uh new coach a new team. Just okay, they're at the top. Again, it's like the 1 year of pains going in. The Eagles have had one of the most I wasn't but one of the most confusing last 2 years of any NFL team. For one, AJ Brown complaining about getting the ball, not getting the ball, blase. Um, the run game and the passing game aren't as great as it once was. Like, if Saquon goes off, they don't go off. If Brown goes off, Saquon doesn't go off. If Smitty goes off, it don't go off. He don't go off. So it's a lot of like, okay, for this one game, who can we focus on and get their numbers? Because the next two aren't getting theirs. Goddard was a solid tight end this whole season. But again, if but you have Mikhail Lemon, Goddard's still there, so maybe this new wave of like I would say okay, AJ Brown. I won't say he was a diva because I think that's a bad stigma just to give to the top receivers that want the ball. But maybe that attitude out of the locker room can free up Hurts to like, okay, Sweetie, I can feed you. Lemon, I can feed you. Goddard, give some touches to him, and Saquon can be Saquon. Their O line has been banged up this past season, so that could, be a cause of the not so great running game as it was last year. But I would give most of the struggles to them trying to figure out can I get AJ, Smitty, Goddard, and Saquon the ball enough to have everyone be happy and win. Hold on, we did 4 just now. It's been 10 minutes. 1 second. Ooh. Next, the Los Angeles Chargers. Uh, okay, for right now, I'm gonna say missing the playoffs because of a few reasons. One, Justin Herbert, inconsistent. Just to me, he's a good quarterback, right? He's a top 10 quarterback in this league. But when it comes to playoff games, he doesn't do well. The O line was not great, so he's always getting rushed. Um, he has Amarion Hampton in the backfield, great asset. He has McConkey and Quentin Nelson as his 2 receivers, that's great. This year, he now has Njoku as his tight end 1, that's again great. He just lost his offensive coordinator to the to bleh. He lost his OC or DC. I forget what I forget what it was. But if you lost Jesse Minter to the Ravens, and hold on, before I continue, I really want to make sure what I said was actually right because I remember coming into this. What Jesse Minter? 1 second. Jesse Minter was a DC. So you just lose your DC. I just had to make sure I was right. You lose your DC to the Ravens. So depending on your new coaching and all that with Jim Harbaugh and Mike McDaniels, eh, like, I just don't feel like they can win. Because again, they're in a division with the Chiefs and the Broncos. They're not going to win their division. That's obvious. Well, maybe. But if Pat comes back at like 80%, 80 to 85%, it's going to be Broncos, Chiefs, and then the Chargers. I don't believe that they can get the 2 seed. Assuming that Mahomes comes back again, 80 to 85%. Khalil Mack is a year older. He's still great. He's still a good player, but again, year older. Um, Justin Herbert has come with a hand injury that should be healed by the time the season starts. So I don't know if that will really affect him all that much. But yeah, we're gonna see what's gonna happen with the Chargers. Out of every team on this list, on this tier list right now, I have my highest hopes for the Ravens, then the Chargers, because all of these 3, they're like one major problem away. Meanwhile, the Ravens and the Chargers are like 1 or 2 away. Next, we have the Detroit Lions. Mm. This is good water. Detroit. I'm gonna say they're a better playoff team than the Eagles because you have Jahmyr Gibbs. When you trade away someone like Montgomery and get Pacheco, you now basically told Gibbs, hey, instead of giving you, I think it was 270 around there, you're getting 290 or 300 carries a game. Okay, a game, but carries this season. You have St. Brown, who's a dog. You have James JMO, dog. You have Sam Laporta, a great young tight end. You have Aiden Hutchinson, a great defensive end. You have Jared Goff, a good quarterback. So the Lions are a great team structure wise. I'm just thinking like it was that one just bad year for them. So I feel like when they come back in next season, they're gonna be like the Lions last season. Like maybe not 15 wins, but 13 wins, I believe. Like 12, 13 wins, I can see that. Again, they play in the division with the hold on. It's the it's the Lions, the Bears, the Packers, and the Vikings. So they might be able to win their division because they're beating out the Vikings. That's an obvious. I feel like if you go player for player, they're the best team in their division. Like play by player. But I don't know about Jared Goff mostly. Ooh, this all hinges on again Jared Goff and can he be a great Pro Bowl QB again, right? Because I have no doubts in my mind about St. Brown, about Gibbs, about Laporta, about Hutchinson. This all kind of hinges on Jared Goff and how can he be that same quarterback again. We are six in. We have two more. This video has been 16 minutes long. I hope you found this at least somewhat informative, right? Now, see, I can't give my real deep dives on these two because I want to get these out within a good time frame. Next, we have the Los Angeles Rams, and this is my first. It might be the only Super Bowl favorites of this video. Now, I'm not saying don't have problems. Y'all seen that song? I'm spin that, right? The Rams have embodied that song to a T. You're paying Stafford, Garrett, McDuffie 131 for 1 year. Three players over a buck 30 for 1 year. You still have Kyron, Puka, Devontae, Durant, Fisk. Who's on their corner? Who's on their safeties? You have Coral. Yeah, Curl. You have Quentin Lake. Like you have so many young players who you will need to pay at some point in their careers. So our money tied up in only three players. I mean, yeah, they're great game-changing players, but all that money in three places, I don't think that's a great idea. Because Stafford is what, 39? 39, 38? He can retire the year after this one, or at 40. Now, I'm not saying he'll be a better quarterback at 40. He, he can still be a great quarterback, but again, you're paying someone who is on the other side of sports age and hoping they become the next Tom Brady, Manning, Drew Brees. Which again, I think he can, but it's a heavy gamble to do. Miles Garrett, he's 30. He's just what's that? I won't say he's entering his prime, but he's nearing the end of a usual sports prime. Miles Garrett is an unusual player. So do I think he can extend that prime out with this team? Absolutely. Because think about it. You had to double Miles Garrett. You can't double Garrett, Fisk, Durant, and Byron Young and not get sacked. You need to play one on one with every single lineman, and you might even be able to double one with a tight end coming in, but now you're inhibiting your passing game. And they have McDuffie, they have Curl. They have great linebackers. You can't afford to hinder your passing game more than it already is. So yeah, they're a great team, great offense, great defense. Puka had a top season all time, in my opinion, for a receiver. Like top, bare minimum, top 15, top 20. Like 1,700 yards. And now you have Adams, who has 14 tuds, leading the league. So again, are they gambling on Matt Stafford still being able to do this as he gets older? Yes. Is Myles Garrett 30? Is that where athletes, slow down, especially defensive ends who, you know, in my opinion, if that's the hardest position to stay consistent at as your career prolongs? Yes. But do I think that Stafford can go forward, Garrett can go forward, and this whole team in general, can this team, who is young and old, that yes still has great players, win the bowl? Absolutely. We have how many left? One, two, three, four. Okay. This is our last one. Where's my water? Last one. Denver. 1 second. Okay. Last one we have. The Denver Broncos. If Bo Nix didn't get hurt playing the Bills and played the Patriots, they would have won. You held MVP Drake May to 10 points. But no. You held Drake May to 7 points on a QB run. His receivers couldn't get open. Running backs couldn't get open. If not Blake Griffin, if Bo Nix played in that game, he would have done enough to win that game. Now, would he have dominated? I don't know. But he would have at least got you two scores. Either two passing TDs, or he would have found some way to get his backers in the end zone. I I just don't think that anyone who's seen the Broncos season this year, if they're not in your top 5 teams in the league, I don't think I can respect your football takes. Because they have a great defense, a great quarterback, and a decent receiver corps. And they have the best cornerback in the game right now. It's Patrick Surtain, the second. I'm, I'm thinking of like a flaw that it could have, and I can't really think of one. Bo Nix is on a um rookie contract. Surtain might get paid a lot, but he's worth it. He's still young, so he's still worth his money. Um, Trying to think, man. Decent, like good linebackers, great secondary. Like the only thing that I can maybe see being a problem next season is their youth. But again, they took they could have beat the Patriots if Bo Nix never got hurt. This team, this team, in my opinion, is near close to perfect. So the Broncos, the Rams, I won't spoil anything. If they can figure out their passing and running game, the Eagles, I would say the Lions are close to a perfect team, but For now, I'm gonna say 1, 2, 3, and I'm gonna do this early. 4, 5. I think there are 5 teams that, if everything goes well, they are the perfect football team. So, to wrap this all up, let me say my last spiel about every single team going bottom to top. The Colts, mid at best. Can Daniel Jones come back healthy? Can their O line be good? You know. Can Sauce Gardner be the Sauce Gardner of old? Basically, it's just it, it's youth. It's youth and can you be healthy? 49ers, again, can you be healthy? Brock Purdy, healthy. Kittle, healthy. Bosa, healthy. Warner, healthy. Trent Williams, Trent Williams. Can he maintain his Pro Bowl status at 37 years old? I don't know. But for the Niners, can you remain a healthy team and compete for number 2 in your division? Chargers, can Justin Herbert be the QB we all know he can be? And will their defense take a major hit, or can it be good? Can it be good enough to potentially compete for a wild card playoff spot? Detroit, honestly, can you repeat your 15-2 season? I believe they were the third seed in their division, in the division. So they're gonna play. I know for a fact they're gonna play the Falcons because they're a 3 seed. They're gonna play. Basically, they'll play every 3 seed in the league, plus their own opponents in their own division. I feel like the Lions can get again 12 wins at bare minimum. So yeah, can you repeat what happened 2 seasons ago? And Jared Goff, can you be a stable quarterback? And Hutchinson, can he stay healthy? Eagles, figure out your passing run game. I shouldn't turn on the TV screen. If I see AJ Brown, or hold up, if I see Smitty get 100 yards, I shouldn't see that Saquon got like 50 unless they're actually shutting him down, right? Don't don't make don't make yourself one dimensional trying to feed a player. Baltimore, can you stay healthy, Lamar Jackson? And honestly, I think that again they were one kick away. They lost Lamar for a good chunk of the year. I think it's just, can Jesse Minter make this team a playoff team in 1 year? I'm gonna say yes, because again, they weren't that far off. So I might move them up above the Eagles because the Eagles have more internal issues, while the Ravens just have our coach left. We're hurt a lot. Those can be fixed, but with the Eagles, it's more up and down. If you know what I'm saying, I'm water. You know, I despise stuttering. Broncos, um, Bo Nix, come back healthy. That's it. Rams, Stafford, be the next Tom Brady, be the next Drew Brees, be the Peyton Manning. Play football at a high level despite your age. Myles Garrett, play football despite your age. They can't double you. McDuffie, you are in all pro corner or Pro Bowl corner. Do it again. And that is the video. That's the first part of this 4-part series. And tomorrow I will try to get out the next part. But if life happens, I will try to do this all in the shortest time that I physically can. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe. I'll see y'all hopefully tomorrow.